One day after releasing the final beta of Android Q, Google is making its most direct case yet for why Q's new gesture navigation controls are an improvement over what came before. The Verge reported on the company's reasoning earlier today, and now Google has posted a more thorough explanation to its Android developers blog. By moving to a gesture model for system navigation, we can provide more of the screen to apps to enable a more immersive experience, wrote Android UI product managers Alan Huang and Rohan Shah. No one is arguing that benefit, but the trouble Google has run into is with Android's back function and figuring out the best way of preserving it with gestures, and making that solution feel second nature to the end user. We prioritize this goal above other less frequent navigation such as drawers and recents, Huang and Shah wrote. We started with research to understand how users held their phones, what typical reach looked like, and what parts of the phone users use the most. From there, we built many prototypes that we tested across axes like desirability, speed of use, ergonomics, and more, they said. And we put to roll to make design through a range of studies, how quickly users learn the system, how quickly users got used to the system, how users felt about it. Below is a heat map for the areas of a phone that users could comfortably perform gestures when using their device one-handed. As you can see, it makes a good argument for moving back to the sides of the phone, as Google has done in Android Q. Image, Google acknowledges that the iPhone-like gesture system has come at the cost of being able to quickly access overview/recent taps. Swiping up and holding is slower than tapping a button. But the company says that Android users pull up the multitasking view half as often as they go to the home screen. The most interesting tidbit to me is this: users actually prefer the ergonomics of the traditional 3-button Android navigation that was in place for years before Google switched things up, on the Pixel at least, last year with Android P. The buttons get a rating of 5.78 in ergonomics versus 5.39 for the Android Q gestures. Image, Google. But on the flip side, users consider gestures as the better approach for one-handed phone interactions. And Google's data shows that the Android Q-style navigation helps people complete tasks faster than any other method, even if some people need some time to get the hang of it. Beyond drawers, gestures are a big change for people, and it took on average 1 to 3 days to adapt. In particular, users struggled with patterns like swiping right or left on a carousel and triggering back.